Righto, so roses are red, violets are blue. I've got Tourette's syndrome, fuck shit, tit, bollocks, arseholes. So this is just, I've got a box at home that I fill with thoughts that I have and quotes, funny quotes that I pick up. So it's all pretty random. I won't tell you what's mine and what isn't, so you won't know how fucked up I am. So, have you ever tried to get a refund out of a hippie? Because that's where the peace and love ends, isn't it? This is a quote from my dad. I'm glad I'm 72. I can't take much more of this shit. This country's ungovernable. Nobody gives a shit. Everyone does just what they like. The House of Parliament is a lunatic asylum. I definitely think that people should stop talking. If everyone could please just shut the fuck up. I'm not arguing with you, I'm just explaining why I'm correct. The Large Hadron Collider at CERN is actually a giant sex toy designed for God. If you think about it. Everything you have ever wanted lies on the other side of fear. If I had been responsible for creating human beings, I would have included a reset factory settings button. We'd all want one of them, wouldn't we? Please, can you call the job centre for me and tell them that I'll be late to sign on because Bergerac is on. That was a text message I got from a friend. My dad used to throw potatoes at my neighbour's back door whenever they used their hoover. I think he might have been paranoid because he thought they were using the hoover to annoy him. And he used to whack me over the head with a sock full of marbles, and that is how the filter between my brain and my mouth got broken, so I can't be held responsible for anything.
That's a get out.
Jesus ascended to heaven without his foreskin. The Vatican and several churches around Europe claim to possess the relic. What a bunch of cotwombles. How many students does it take to change a light bulb? None, fuck it, we're moving out in July. Lewis Carroll wrote The Lying Bitch in the Wardrobe, didn't he? A ghost came out of my tea this morning and ate my spoon. Fact. I believe in no sex after marriage. And isn't that what happens? Because marriage was designed by the church to keep people miserable. Because unhappy people are easy to control. 99% of the population give the rest of us a bad name. And God has fucked off out of embarrassment. There are people dying in Africa, but get it into perspective. There are people living in Hull. You know, God is like a magician. He just doesn't want us to see how the trick is done. And it is a trick. We have to keep breaking your heart until it opens. Oh, deep. Interesting when people discuss whether a crime was motivated by religion or mental illness, as if they are two different things. Is that controversial? I don't know. People who call themselves artists usually need to get a job. There's no room in politics or religion for the crippling honesty of comedy. If I had created human beings, I would be totally embarrassed about what I'd done. Britain's Got Talent should be Britain Needs Help. I just want you to be happy and naked. There was a man that said, though, it seems that I know that I know. What I would like to see is the eye that sees me when I know that I know that I know. I don't get that one either. My nephew said to my sister, "Mummy, you're going to hell." Here's my station, but if you say just one word, I'll stay with you. I never had a teddy. I had a crucifix on the top of my bed and dreamt of Dracula every night. We didn't elect her, she just wandered in there like she'd stepped out of a haunted mirror. Didn't she? This will give you an idea of the kind of festivals that I go to in the summer. So I was chatting to this girl in a teepee, and she said, "Are you okay if I finger my G-spot while we're talking?"
Oh no!
Really? And then she went on to tell me that she'd been on a pilgrimage to Ayers Rock, and she found herself judgmental of the rock because it wasn't smooth and it's got sort of lots of pock marks in it. And then she said she had a wank on the rock, and then she wasn't judgmental of it anymore. That happened. This is a quote from the radio or TV. Police are still trying to establish the retired accountant's motive. So that's obviously the guy in the Vegas shootings. And I just thought, what the fuck? The answer's in the question. He spent his life in accountancy. He's bound to want to kill people. Oh, this is a quote from one of my favourite movies. It's the closing quote from American Beauty. It's hard to stay mad when there's so much beauty in the world. Sometimes I feel like I'm seeing it all at once, and it's too much. And then I remember to relax and stop trying to hold on to it. And then it flows through me like rain, and I can't feel anything but gratitude for every moment of my stupid little life. And this is my last one, which sums up everything. Like an emerald octopus hurtling into space on a broken scooter with a bag of lampshades, for no reason, you are the only thing in this world that's ever made any sense to me.